What's up, bros? Now here we have the completed mock, which is the Iron Man Silver Centurion mock. This mock, as you can see here, is pretty simple. It's just an Iron Man mech for the Iron Man Silver Centurion armor. So let's take a look at this bad boy. Now let's start from top to bottom. First up, we have the legs of the Silver Centurion mech. As you can see here, I spent a bit perfecting these legs and they're pretty good. You can easily move them around and you can actually bend this piece down, and we have the knees as well. They don't use ball joints, so they're kind of weird, but they still get the job done. And if we take a look at these sides here, we can actually remove the legs. I just used a ball joint with a Technic pin piece attached into the crotch piece right there, and you can attach that back in right there. And if we take a look at the back of the legs, there are some thrusters right here that are attached to the back of the legs. And when we remove the top of the mech, we can take a better look at the legs, and as you can see here on the sides of the hips, there are some thrusters that are hidden. You can place them back in, you can flip them out, and you can like rotate them in case you want to display the mech. And now that we're done with the legs, we can take a look at the upper part of the mech. So first, let's start with the bottom. As you can see here, we have this Technic pin, so we can attach the top of the mech into the bottom. We can like bend it up and down just so that the mech has a bit more pose ability, and we can demonstrate that right here. As you can see here, we can move the joint attachment piece right there, which is pretty nice for posability and display. And before we get into the torso or the cockpit, let's take a look at the arms. As you can see here, we have a pretty simple arm design, pretty simple build, and we can actually remove the arm right here to take a closer look. Now you bros are probably wondering, why is this arm design so simple and there's not much armor? It's just a bunch of these pieces right here to represent like vents or something. And that's because I decided to add like this upper armor piece on the side of the torso, just so like it protects the arms and makes it look a bit more bulky. And now it's time for the main event. We have the cockpit or the torso. And you're probably wondering, there doesn't seem to be like a cockpit door anywhere. How am I supposed to remove the minifigure? How am I supposed to place it back in? Well, let me show you, bros. So what you want to do here, I'm just gonna bend this open, and right here we have an opening, so we can actually remove the minifigure right here. Pretty easy. And as you can see here, we can take a look at the insides of the cockpit. We have a neat space where the minifigure can actually sit inside. And if you're wondering how the cockpit opens like that, I can just remove this piece and put it to the side. And as you can see here, the trick is this black piece right here that's attached to the dark red piece that attaches to the rest or the back of the torso or the cockpit. You can actually move it around, as you can see here, and I can actually remove it as well. And when the front cockpit piece is removed, the rest of the mech torso just looks like this, and this is the removed cockpit piece. As you can see here, pretty simple. We can just place the Iron Man Silver Centurion minifigure in right there. We can just like flip his arms in a little bit, and you can just reattach that right there, and you have to push them in a little bit, and once they're pushed in, you can flip the cockpit back in right there, and boom. And we can take a look at the back. As you can see here, there's some armor plating on the sides, some flip out thrusters right there, and we have these pieces that I guess are also thrusters as well. I don't really know. We can just flip them back into place, and that's basically it for the cockpit or the torso of the mech. Now I hope you bros enjoyed this Silver Centurion mech mock. I started working on this like 3 or 4 months ago, and I finished it like 2 or 3 months ago, and it's just been lying around ever since. And right before I finished this mech, the channel hit like 3,000 subscribers, so I thought, hey, like this mech it's going to be my 3,000 subscribers special video. We're currently at 3,300 subscribers, so thank you bros for 3,000 subscribers. This Mech mock video is basically a 3,000 subscribers special. And as always, thanks for the support. I hope you bros enjoyed this video. Feel free to check out my other videos. I mostly make mocks and of course custom minifigures. Have a great day. See you bros.